Hi guys, welcome back to another episode of ISO. If you're new to the channel, ISO stands for In Search Of. As you guys know, I'm always looking for a better way of doing anything in life. And I'm here today to talk about the most boring topic of all, budgeting. So let's get to it. So, just like you guys, when I have free times, I would like to spend it doing something that I enjoy. Budgeting is not one of it, but I need to learn to adult just like any of us, right? So what I make a habit of doing is having a financial date with myself where I sit down and figure out ways to increase my income and lower my expenses. If you are in the W-2 jobs, your income is the same, so the only thing you can do is to decrease that expenses every month. Now, balancing checkbook and looking over your bill is not fun. So, think of the money that I save out of those activities. So, at the beginning of 2020, I make a goal to look into each things, the essential things around my house, and try to save money on it. So, the first thing I look at is the cable bill, right? So, the cable bill, my goal was to read more books. So, I have no problem canceling my cable bill. It was at $250 or so at that time. So I was calling the company and asked to see whether or not I can decrease it without losing any services. And then I found out that they have me on a plan that I have a home phone number, a rental internet modem, and a rental DVR. So that's why my package was so high. So the first thing I do is to cancel my cable TV because I hate commercial. I never watch TV anyway. And then the second thing I do is I go out there and found myself one of this modem slash Wi-Fi. And I cannot believe I was paying the cable company $14 a month to rent their high-end box, even though I have all kind of internet problem. I spent, I think it's like $70 on this Wi-Fi modem, Wi-Fi slash modem. Have no problem, top speed. And so the only thing I pay now is $80 for my internet service. So that's the first thing I did. Next side I want to talk about is your cell phone. So two things out of this. You do not need to buy a phone from your carrier. You don't need to go to a T-Mobile, like me, go to a T-Mobile store to buy a T-Mobile phone. You can always search for the best deal online, and which is what I did. I didn't go to the store to buy them. It's too much mumbo jumbo. T-Mobile give me so much crap for trading my phone and all that. So I just went online. I found the exact phone, $400 less, with less junk app preloaded ahead of time. And the phone functions so much better, and it does the exact same thing as the phone I got from T-Mobile. So that's one thing, right? You can pay off your phone ahead of time or up front. Do that. You don't have to finance. You don't have to go through the whole financing, and at the end you pay way more for the total cost of the phone. The second thing up on the cell phone bill is look at all the charges. If you like me, I financed phones in the past, and when I stopped using those phones and buy my own phone and pay up front, I didn't look at the bills ever because it's always auto pay. So when I look at it now, I was paying $20 for an insurance plan for my phone every single month for 2-3 years worth of it. So imagine that. I was pissed off at myself for doing that silly things. But while you live, you learn. So I canceled that. That dropped my bills right away. And also you can always ask them to give you more deals because I've been with them forever. So I can ask them to lower my charges but not sacrificing any of the services. So it never hurt to ask. But look at your bill, guys. Even if you auto pay, look at it. Make sure everything is on par. Okay, let's go to the next one. The next item, guys, is always something I struggle. Is a food budgeting. I love to eat. You didn't get this overnight. So I always have this flexible budget for food. I have a tendency, if I can save some money 1 week or 1 month, it will roll forward to the next month. So let's just say this: if you budget $400 a month for your food and you only use $350, that means next month you're gonna have the extra $50 that you can spend doing something else. I live in the city where there's a lot of interesting restaurants that I want to try and support, especially during the pandemic like this. 2 or 3 of my favorite restaurants already closed down, so I make my point to support them at least 2-3 times a week. And so that what that means is that I need to buy my food and prepare food in bulk and planning it out. So for me, it's simple, because I could go and buy most of the stuff from Costco. They do a lot of semi-homemade stuff already, and it's reasonable price. And the percentage that I get from my cashback pay for the membership there anyway and more. So last year I got like almost $800 back. The membership is only 120, I think, and I have like $800 worth of refund, a credit back. So that's not the problem for me. So every month I always have to try to stick to budget, but it's always fluctuating. So I try to stay between $400 and $500, but like I said, I have a rollover kind of thing with a food budget. It's always a real struggle for me. Last few things I'm gonna say is that sometimes maybe it's better if you do yourself certain things. Like, for example, I have a pool in the back, and originally I had somebody to do it because I don't know what to do with the chemical and all that. But I keep running into people, unreliable help, that I end up doing it myself anyway. So that saved me $150 a month. I get most of my pool supply either from Amazon or from Costco, and it's so much cheaper than paying people. $150 a month that I was paying for the pool guy. Also, I have a pest control company that I pay, I think, $80 for to come and spray the house. And I found a very effective spray that I use in my house that's non-toxic, all natural, and I do it myself, and I see so much better result. So that saved me another $80 a month. The last thing would be the gardening. So some of I replaced my real grass with artificial grass, so that saved me quite a bit of hassle there. I still use the landscaper twice a year, but for the remainder of the year I try to do some of the work myself. So that saved me a lot of money per month on pool, pest control, and a gardener. That would be, I would say, a good $400 or $500 right there saving. If you don't have those items, you don't have to worry about it. But the idea here is some simple stuff you can do if you own your home. If you can do yourself, that save a lot of money. Plus, you would care more about the quality of what you do at home. The last thing I say is this: whenever you want to save money, think long term. Any business always want long-term business where I don't have to go back and pitch you for more or spend more marketing budget, right? So let's just say, pick your car, for example. If you don't want to deal with oil changing and it costs you, let's just say $40 an oil change or tire rotation at the dealership, and they have a special for, let's just say, $300 for 3 years worth of oil changing, that's a no-brainer to me. Because every year you do at least 2 or 3 oil changes and tire rotation. So if you can do it, if you can pay it in advance, pay it in advance. Give them the business if you like the dealership, and then just bring it there. You don't have to worry about it. Plus, every time they have any recall, or every time you bring it in, if they have any recall or anything on your vehicle, they can tell you right there and then, and you can fix it. But that's just one example. Think long term, it always saves you money. Those are the tips on budgeting your expenses. Of course, you're gonna have to take a look at your income so you understand how much money actually coming in consistently, month in, month out. Try to do averaging of at least 3 months so you can know your average earning, your average income coming in, and how much your average expenses are every single month. So have fun budgeting. Thanks a lot for watching, guys. Give me a like and subscribe to the channel. See you guys on the next one.